ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ පශ්චාත් යුද්ධ තත්ත්වය පිළිබඳව පළමු වතාවට කොළඹදී සිදු වූ අගැයීමක්. ඉන්දියාවේ ලෝක් සභාවේ විපක්ෂ නායිකා සුෂ්මා ස්වරාජ් මහත්මියගේ ප්‍රධානත්වයෙන් යුත් 12 දෙනෙකුගෙන් සමන්විත ඉන්දියානු පාර්ලිමේන්තුවේ සර්වපාක්ෂික නියෝජිත මණ්ඩලයක් දින 6ක සංචාරයක් වෙනුවෙන් 2012 අප්‍රේල් මාස 17 වැනිදා ශ්‍රී ලංකාවට පැමිණියා. උතුරු ප්‍රදේශයේ සංචාරයක නිරත වෙමින් එහි සිදුවී ඇති සංවර්ධන කටයුතු පිළිබඳ සැබෑ තත්ත්වයන් නිරීක්ෂණය ඔවුන්ගේ සංචාරයේ සුවිශේෂී අවස්ථාවක්. ඉන්දියානු නියෝජිතයන්ගේ සංචාරය අතරතුර පාර්ලිමේන්තු සභානායක අමාත්‍ය නිමල් සිරිපාල් සිල්වා මහතා රජය හා ඉන්දියානු නියෝජිතයින් අතර සිදු වූ සාකච්ඡා පිළිබඳව දැනුවත් කරන්නට යෙදුණා.
එම දූත පිරිස පාර්ලිමේන්තුවට පැමිණියා. පාර්ලිමේන්තුවට පැමිණලා වාඩි වුණ හැටිම කිව්වේ අපට සංවර්ධනය පිළිබඳව නැවත පදිංචි කිරීම පිළිබඳව අපිට කිසිම ප්‍රශ්නයක් නෑ. අපි ඉතාමත්ම සතුටට පත් වෙලා තියෙනවා ඒ අංශය පිළිබඳව. නමුත් අපිට ගැටලු වශයෙන් තියෙන්නේ ජාතික සංහින්දියාව ඇති කිරීමේ මේ ගමන් මගේදී බලය බෙදා හැරීම පිළිබඳව ගෙන යනු ලබන ක්‍රියාමාර්ගය ඔවුන් දැක්කේ ටිකක් හෙමින් යන ක්‍රියාමාර්ගයක් හැටියට. සාධාරණ වශයෙන් අපි දේශීය විසඳුමක් මේ සඳහා ලබාදීම සඳහා අපි ක්‍රමවේදයක් සකස් කරලා තියෙනවා. ඒ ක්‍රමවේදය තමයි පාර්ලිමේන්තු තේරීම් කාරක සභාව.
ඉන්දියානු නියෝජිතයන් නික්ම යාමට පෙර පුවත්පත් සාකච්ඡාවක් හැඳවමින් නියෝජිත කණ්ඩායමේ නායිකාව ඔවුන්ගේ සංචාරය තුළ නිරීක්ෂණයට ලක් කළ දෑ පිළිබඳවත් තම අදහස් පළ කළා.
Above all, it is our sincere hope that the government of Sri Lanka will seize this window of opportunity and follow an enlightened approach to reach a genuine political reconciliation based on a meaningful devolution of powers which takes into account the legitimate needs of the Tamil people for equality, dignity, justice and self-respect. We have been assured in the past that this will be done within the framework of 13th Amendment Plus. We would urge the government of Sri Lanka and other stakeholders, including the Tamil National Alliance, to resume dialogue and move towards an early political settlement. We would earnestly suggest urgent consultations to create conditions for launching of the Parliamentary Select Committee.
Sri Lanka has made repeated promises on devolution for the Tamils from in May 2009 and again when Rajapaksa met the Prime Minister in July 2010, again with S.M. Krishna in 2012 January. What is the sense that you get out of the meetings with Mr. Rajapaksa and the rest of the Tamils? And do you think the government is serious on devolution at all?
We emphasize this point almost in every meeting. Even today with Mahendra Rajapaksa, and as you rightly said, we also reminded them that you have given assurance to the Honorable Prime Minister of India, the Honorable External Affairs Minister of India, and even to me as leader of the opposition when I called on him. But they say that Parliamentary Select Committee will discuss on this, and they say that we are very, very serious. We told them that you are not only talking of 13th Amendment, but you are saying 13th Amendment plus.
ඉන්දියානු නියෝජිතයින් ලංකාවෙන් පිටත් වන අවස්ථාවේදී ප්‍රධාන පෙළේ පුවත්පතක් රජයේ ආරංචි මාර්ගයක් උපුටා දක්වමින් කියා සිටියේ. 13 වන සංශෝධනයේ ඉක්මවා යන විසඳුමක් ඉන්දියානු නියෝජිත පිරිසට පොරොන්දු නොවූ බවයි. ඉන්දියානු රජය හා ශ්‍රී ලංකා රජය මින් ඉදිරියට මේ සම්බන්ධව කටයුතු කරන ආකාරය පිළිබඳව පැහැදිලි තත්ත්වයක් දකින්නට නැහැ. එමෙන්ම පාර්ලිමේන්තු තේරීම් කාරක සභාව ඉක්මනින් පත් කිරීම සිදු වේවිද? යාටීවී අපි මේ තත්ත්වය ඉදිරියට ගෙන යා හැකි ආකාරය සම්බන්ධව දමිළ ජාතික සන්ධානයේ අදහස් සහ වත්මන් යාන්ත්‍රණය පිළිබඳවත් පෞද්ගලිකව ඔහුගේ අදහස් පිළිබඳවත් පාර්ලිමේන්තු මන්ත්‍රී සුරේෂ් ප්‍රේමචන්ද්‍රන් මහතා සමග සාකච්ඡා කළා.
The government was very serious, but they said that the government also stated that this can only be done through a parliamentary select committee. What is your response to this? The fact that the government said this?
Is that Sushmita Swaraj said that government is very serious? Is that so?
The government had apparently told her that they're very serious about devolution, but it could be done within the framework of a PSC.
But after she left, there was a news item in the island. They said, they didn't discuss from the presidential secretary or the media man. He said no, they didn't discuss anything about the 13th Amendment. That was the answer given by an authoritative person from the media section.
Okay, so in the discussions you had with
The discussion we are having with Sushmita Swaraj is somewhat different. But here, the president, earlier he told the Indian Prime Minister, I will go beyond the 13th Amendment, and he called it as 13 plus plus. Then after that, he told the Indian Foreign Minister Krishna, I will go beyond the 13th Amendment. He said the 13th Amendment plus. Even to the Indian delegation told the press, media, President apparently told them that he will go beyond the 13th Amendment. Right? That was the messages given by the Indian side. Right? From the Prime Minister down to the Parliament delegation. But from the government side, our President, down to the ministers and the media person, all the time, they said, we didn't discuss anything about the 13th Amendment or the devolution matter with Krishna or, for that matter, the Indian delegation, whom we can believe.
Okay, so but in the discussions the TNA had with the Indian delegation, did they say that they were going to bring this up with the...
Yes, they told us. In fact, we were discussing about the talks which were held from January 2011 up to January 2012, and we were having the discussions on those matters, how it was held and what happened all these meetings. And we couldn't achieve anything. We couldn't even move an inch. That was the situation. And we told them government is not serious. The government always want to portray themselves that they are talking with the TNA, and they want to send a message to the international community that we are engaging with them. We will find a settlement. There is not necessary others to involve in it. So they want to send a message across the world that we are very serious in the talks and we are dealing with the TNA. But in practice, they are not serious.
Okay, so according to the delegation now say that since the government wants this to be done within a parliamentary select committee, that they should be able to persuade the TNA. That was the effect that was brought out there. Do you think that the stance the TNA has towards the parliamentary select committee would change after this?
The point is this. We told even Sushmita Swaraj and to other members of the delegation and even to the public and the international community several times. In fact, we are not against the Parliament Select Committee, but there was an agreement between the President and our leader, Mr. Sambandhan, saying that we will have some agreement on the substantial matters, which we are given a proposal. If there is an agreement on those matters, then with that proposal or with that agreement, we will come to Parliament Select Committee. That agreement can be given as a common agreement between the TNA and the government, or that can be a government proposal, whatever it may be. So in that situation, definitely we said we will participate. But bilaterally, if we couldn't come to any agreement, how could it be possible in a multilateral forum? And if we couldn't come to some understanding with the government delegation, how it's possible to come to some understanding with all these people?
Okay. So this was brought up with the Indian...
Yes, yeah. which was brought up to the Indian delegation, which we told again and again to the Sri Lankan delegation also, our negotiating team, and we told to the public also. Still, actually, we strongly feel that can be the way out. So, otherwise it will be very difficult, because actually if we, without any agreement, if we go to the Parliament Select Committee, that will be an academic exercise. I don't think that will bring any solution to the Tamil problem. Earlier, I was one of the members in Mangala Munisinghe Select Committee that was appointed to come to some decision to resolve the Tamil problem. And we met more than 100 times and almost 3 years. And they came out with a report. The report is in the Parliament Library. No one didn't touch it. Then our president appointed 2 committees. That is the APRC, All Party Representative Committee, and the Expert Committee. Expert Committee given a majority report, and that was appreciated by all the people. And even the APRC also given a report. So both the committees were appointed by our president, the present president. What happened to those reports? Nobody knows.
Just one small clarification, sir. You mentioned that your concerns about this Parliamentary Select Committee and why you initially didn't want to be a part of it, and this was expressed to the Indian delegation as well. So it's a bit peculiar that they now say that they now ask the government that they could persuade the TNA to be part of this PSC.
But that's what I'm saying. We are not 100% denying that we will not go, but provided there must be some agreement. That's what we are saying. There's no need to persuasion. We are prepared to go if there is a proper agreement on substantial matters. If that can be done, yes, we are prepared to discuss that. Even now, even yesterday or today, I think the UNB secretary said, okay, well and good. If we go to Parliament Select Committee, what are we going to discuss? Is any paper on the table from the government side? No paper, nothing. What are we going to discuss? You see?
Because, but following their visit here, has anything changed with them in terms of like resuming the talks or moving forward? Has the government changed anything within that?
I couldn't see anything because our president, when he told the Indian Prime Minister, I will go beyond the 13th Amendment, he didn't do anything. He told the Indian Foreign Minister, I will go beyond the 13th Amendment, he didn't do anything. Now, after all, now he met the Indian Parliament delegation, right? So, for them also he said, I will go beyond the 13th Amendment.
Okay.
That's it. Nothing is going to happen. Nothing is happening.
Okay. Some of the Tamil Nadu MPs, they pulled out of the delegation before it left, saying that it wouldn't be purposeful. Do you think the pulling out of the delegation was justified considering the...
Because actually when you see the rigid stand of the Sri Lankan government, and definitely it shows, it may be, the visit may be. Of course, the Parliament delegation, they came and they went to Mullaitivu and they went to the Manik farm and they met the refugees, and they went to Jaffna. They might be got some information. They came and they met the Sri Lankan president and they conveyed various matters. They said, you have to demilitarize the area, you have to start the dialogue with the TNA, you have to resettle the people, you have to reduce the high security zone. All these things were raised with the president.